Welcome everyone, Rob the Bruce here. Today I'm in Michigan, more specifically Detroit, Michigan, on part 2 of a cemetery that has quite a few veterans of World War II that died in battle. So let's check it out. He died in World War II on the D-Day invasion, and his grave is completely buried under this tree. Otto Jacobson. So sad. There's not much I can do about that. It was about up here, so I dug out so you can at least see his name. You would have never known, unless this good thing. I think the Boy Scouts come out from Memorial Day and 4th of July and place these flags, or you would never know where they were buried. But yeah, completely buried in a tree. Again, Michigan is one of the worst ones for taking care of their veterans, especially ones that died in battle, like in World War II, Vietnam, and World War I. I haven't seen any Spanish-American War graves that are in too bad a shape, but World War II especially, they let the trees and foliage grow up upon it. But now everybody can see this war hero, Otto Jacobson. Thank you for your service, and hopefully sometime we can get this cleaned up, get this tree out of here, and have the proper marker for you to show our respect. But yeah, this is so disrespectful just to let the grave sit under a tree for all these years and nobody did anything about it. Killed in World War II on D-Day, and then they let a tree grow up over them. Heartbreaking. So I did some research on this Michigan State Trooper who lost his life saving 3 kids on the ice of the Saginaw Bay, and he was reaching out to them, and I guess he fell in off of a ice drift in the middle of winter trying to save the kids, and he fell in, and then they didn't recover his body for a few weeks. That's Trooper Ralph Brolier. Definitely a hero, trying to save those children that were all out on the ice. Now, I don't know if the children were saved or not, but it was just a horrible incident. He's pretty young, but he saw those kids, so he jumped out there. I don't know if it was on a boat. I can't remember. I'll have to do some research again, but I think he was on a boat and the boat capsized while he was trying to get to the kids that were out on a drift in the Saginaw Bay. So rest in peace, Trooper Ralph Brolier, and thank you for your service. Lieutenant J.T. Siebert, First Lieutenant, World War I. Thank you for your service. Peter Rule here, Corporal 34th Michigan Infantry, died in battle. It also says Cuba, so maybe he wasn't in World War II. Cuba vet, Spanish-American War. So my mistake, he was in the Spanish-American War there. I don't know if that's picking that up at all. Thank you for your service. Here's one that was buried quite a bit under the moss. I tried to clean it up as best as I could, but Lawrence Monday, World War II, Purple Heart. This isn't as bad as a lot of them. A lot of them look like this, completely buried under the grass. But he was a Purple Heart, and just wanted to thank him for his service. Lawrence Monday. He was born 1919 and died in 1996. A couple more that I kind of unearthed. It did look like that, but cleaned it up a bit and get some more here. Mathis, I believe. Yeah, Mathis Viklund. He was in World War I, discharge company, and then his son, Richard Wiklund, he was in World War II, U.S. Army, First Lieutenant. Thank you both for your service. So I was glad to be able to shed some light. The flags were all laying down, and it looked pretty much like this. So I was glad I was able to unearth them. Here's another veteran that's had to pretty much undig. I think Michigan's one of the worst ones for keeping up on the cemeteries of their veterans. Out of all the states I've been to, I think Michigan's the worst one. So many of these are half buried, but at least we're able to shed some light onto his gravestone. He was in World War I, 310th Infantry, 78th Division. Thank you for your service. Lieutenant Franson, World War II, Lieutenant Junior Grade. Thank you for your service. Here's Sergeant Paul Larson, U.S. Marine Corps, Korea. Most likely he saw Vietnam too. Maybe not, maybe he retired by then. I believe this is the Kingsford charcoal. He is the founder of the Kingsford. Here's Mary, his wife, and then Edward Kingsford, for which Kingsford charcoal's named after. Very interesting. Then here's son of Winford. Well, I'm not sure if that was the, because here's Winfield. So it was one of these that were the founder of Kingsford. Here's another one here, Edward. But I believe it's Edward Kingsford, who was the founder of Kingsford charcoal. Here's a section for the Spanish-American War veterans. A lot of them, you can't read the grave markers anymore. Thorvald line. It's a big gravestone. in memory of J.H. Rule. I just did one for World War II. Rule, I wonder if they're related. I bet you they are, because that's kind of a unusual last name. Here's Rudolph, Spanish-American War, Michigan. I like that they have a section date for the Spanish-American. Some over here. I don't think these are Spanish-American. It doesn't really have a marker for it. Auxiliary. Huh. Check out this cannon over here. Looks to be one that was used in battle. They made it into a monument here. 1910. Definitely has some writing here. December 9th, 1862. So this may be a Civil War cannon. And then used for Spanish-American War after. Definitely could have been a... Yeah, it's so hard to make out, but definitely could have been a Civil War cannon at one time. December 9th, 1862. And I can't make out much more of that. Then number 882. Huh. Interesting. Well, that's it for today. I will see you on the next vlog. Vlog over.